Welcome back to Dumb Street, ladies and gentlemen, but mostly the ladies.
I can't believe it.
Oh my goodness, Dumb Street's back, and we're back with our homeboy.
Everyone shake out your willies.
Oh, I gotta get all the wiggles out, you guys. And this is just something we like to do before we get started.
We just like to break the ice here at Dumb Street. We want everyone comfortable with each other because we're going to be doing a lot of group work, guys. I'm sorry.
So let's all say the most interesting thing about ourselves.
My favorite color is orange.
We're joined here by our esteemed guest, Tim Pool.
Penis Pool.
And he's looking a little bare today, actually.
Well, that's strange.
Usually he's got something atop his head. It's kind of his whole thing.
I think it's time to cover the shame.
Oh, Jackson, you did him so right.
Oh, he's looking so right. He's looking so good. He's looking fresh. He's ready for the town, and he's ready to get it on.
Tim, stop. That's Vogue. 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 Vogue.
Vogue for Pool? Go ahead and Vogue for Tim Pool. All right, if you're not voguing, then you should unsubscribe.
We do have to take a quick victory lap on Tim Pool.
Yeah, let's piss on the corpse. It's not even a corpse. Like, he's not going to fully retire. He'll still find ways to be around. But big news, I've already spoiled it. Tim Pool has announced the end of his weekly show. At least that is what's publicly out right now. He could change his mind at any moment as soon as Russia starts giving him more money.
Damn it, Jackson. What are we supposed to talk about on Dumb Street with no more Tim Pool?
Frick, I don't know. How are we going to get 100 Tim Pool losers to come to our channel and leave comments about how maybe if we engage with his ideas,
I love those.
We'd actually agree.
Those, not many things.
Keep trying to convince us, honestly.
Yeah, not many things.
It's gonna work.
Get me to change my mind, but YouTube comments. There's something about that format. Just leaves me feeling like Socrates, just sitting there contemplating.
Well, it's so easy to make a claim and then evidence said claim in a YouTube comment. And you definitely know people, if you do that, are going to look and check your claim is valid and your evidence is valid. So yeah, keep commenting on our YouTube. Keep trying to convince us of Tim Pool's supremacy because we're almost there. We'll get there, guys.
Yeah, it's just going to be tricky for you because Tim Pool's not telling you how to do it anymore. You're going to have to figure it out on your own.
Oh, guys, what are we going to do?
Anywho, we're a money-making machine on this podcast.
That's true.
We exist to make money.
That's also true.
We're a locomotive. What goes in is money. What comes out is money.
We're like Snowpiercer. We're just eating our own waste up in here. Is that what that's about?
I haven't seen it.
Maybe they eat bugs. Anyway.
Your ad or my ad?
I guess my ad.
All right.
Because I'm obviously the alpha, so I go first.
Well, actually, I think I could read mine also. I will let you. But I could have gone first just as easily as you could have gone first.
Can I please dominate you? Okay. Guys, listen up and hurry up, you filthy animals, because Alec Baldwin is on bail and he's on tour. Straight out of a holding cell and headed to a city near you, Alex got all of his famous bits from over the years. He remembers 5% of his lines from 30 Rock, mostly correctly, and he'll do them. He's still got that awesome Trump impression, and that shit still kills. If you're big into Alec for his hot looks, he's not still as handsome as he was in Beetlejuice, but he's still Alec Baldwin. So if you're worried that things have been weird with Alec lately, don't be. He actually does this funny self-aware bit with the audience where he pulls out a fake gun and tries to shoot the audience with blanks. Super fucking funny. And there's rarely any incidents, so don't worry. I know what you're thinking. I'm more into Stephen Baldwin. Well, he opens for Alec. Make sure you stay until the end of the show where he puts on his Boss Baby costume and sings Sexual Healing by Marvin Gaye. Alec's playing your local burlesque clubs and bowling alleys everywhere, so make sure to come out to see a show. That's AlecOutOnBail.com for tour dates and cities. Buy now because tickets are going fast. Guys, wow. I've seen Alec probably 10 times this year, and he's gotten better every time somehow.
Every time someone brings up Alec, I go, God, he's so good live.
And every time he does that gun bit, I still flinch because he's so
like,
good.
Oh,
he's so you're really gonna shoot me.
You're like, you do that. You do that though.
And then you're like, but what if it happens this time?
It's so good.
It's so funny. It's so funny how that guy died.
It was a woman.
Oh, right.
But yeah, no, it's what I like about it is just that Alec has a good sense of humor about it. Because
True.
you feel a little guilty sitting there like, oh, is this in good taste? But if Alec can laugh, you can laugh.
Same with Louis C.K., guys. And we all forgave him.
Every single one.
You forgive him.
I yes. That was unconditional.
On the record, we forgive Louis C.K.
He didn't even have to apologize for
He didn't do anything bad to me.
Yeah, shit. Here,
so we love Alec, we love Louis, and I think it's time for our second ad because we didn't make nearly enough money on that first one. I'm looking at my bank account. You don't see it. Yeah, I'm not, but trust me, I'm looking at it, and it's up big, but not big enough.
You still have a bank account?
For tax purposes, I'm not supposed to talk about where I actually keep my money.
It's all about the crypto wallet. We all know that.
I eat my money.
And we all know that.
And I eat it.
Hey, fellas. I know a lot of our listeners are manly and strong. They build houses, work at American manufacturing plants, and eat American fast food. We know how big and bushy your beards are, but some of our audience members may not engage in the alpha lifestyle. In fact, some of our audience might be gay.
What?
I, Brandon DeLisio, find people like that to be the gays.
I don't agree with that, Brandon.
Oh, boy. Okay. The gays have money now, and we have to pander to them. So for the dainty-wristed little our audience, I fucking hate you. Or the perfect product, introducing dildos for boys. Dildo manufacturing has been Dude, dildo manufacturing has been dominated by women for too long. Gone are the days of sparkly pink double-ended hole destroyers of cute little vibrators shaped like eggs and bunny ears. Here comes the new wave. A wave of dildos painted like monster trucks and NFL logos. We're also excited to announce our partnership with Bud Light. It's shitty beer, so guys like it. But one time there was a trans girl in the can, so now it's for gay people. Order online now or find one in store at your local Lowe's and Home Depot dildos, but for men.
Well, that's a crazy ad you wrote, Brandon.
Look, these things get written for us, okay, by the company. I don't read these things.
Some guy really had it out for you.
And I would like to say that I love gay people, and I'm willing to go above and beyond that. I'm willing to demonstrate that. I'm willing to find me the nearest gay guy. I'll service him, and I'll service him on camera so everyone can see it.
Brandon, that's brave.
And that because I'm willing to actually put in the work and prove
that you're gay.
That
you should have to prove your sexuality.
Well, I don't think that's the case. But I think when you're made to say something,
now you're flip-flopping.
No, I think when you're made to say something such as or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think it's
that you found them.
I think that's what I was made to say. I did not want to say that, but I was made to say that. And that's something that now the onus is on me, and I'm willing to take that responsibility to prove to you that I don't hate gay people by jerking a man off on camera.
So if you got a big gay penis out there, go ahead, give it to Brandon. He'll do whatever with it that you guys like.
Yes.
Because I don't really get that stuff. It doesn't really, I don't watch that stuff. I don't really know what goes on.
Now that
something with the butt, I guess.
Now that everyone sees me as homophobic, it's your duty to hit me up in the DMs so that I can prove to you that I don't hate gay people by doing gay stuff for you. And that's something I invite everyone in our audience to do. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thanks
and
for
what's your
that.
Phone number?
Thanks for that position.
And go ahead and give your phone number.
You can find me. You can find me.
Yeah, on some kind of database.
Yeah.
What do we do next on this show? I forget.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up a couple things that happened recently. Obviously, the election is in a week. We vote in a week, Jackson. All of us get up out of our recliners, which we've stuck to. Our skin is molded to our recliners, and we pry ourselves out of our DoorDash cave.
Yeah.
And when we hobble over to the polls once every 4 years.
Yeah, I kind of have to dig out all the pizza boxes and stuff in front of my door and all the mail that's been left there.
Because I can't not have Donald Trump be the president.
That's the problem. Is that a lot of these people are saying wow, Kamala's really got a really good chance, and I'm just this is unacceptable.
Yeah, not if I have anything to say about it because because I am leaving my studio apartment. I'm coming out of my basement, and I will show up at the polls. But
for me, I just sort of leave a write-in ballot under my pillow, and then
the voting fairy comes and takes it away to Congress, and then they count it.
That's how they do it now.
Yeah,
ever since the pandemic. Well, they had to stop during the pandemic because obviously the voting fairy came out with COVID. They said that they had COVID.
They said that it actually, and it did come out that
from Lollapalooza,
and it did come out that the voting fairy was a super spreader, and
true.
And now we have to reckon with that.
Yeah,
we
the
have to
voting
reckon
fairy
with that
has done a lot of weird stuff. Like there was that thing with Ja Rule. They did Firefest 2, and that was even worse than the first one somehow. So the voting fairy has been controversial for years, but she's just getting back into the swing of things, and she's doing a great job.
Look, we voted for it. It's not even up for discussion anymore. We all voted for it.
Well, the Electoral College does.
Yeah. So anyway, elections next week, and the candidates are like, it's kind of
I don't know, like Joe Biden, right?
I've
not caught up at all.
It's at a fever pitch in terms of like how much they're trying to get out in front of you. If you watch TV for 2 seconds, you're going to see an anti-transgender ad from Donald Trump about like, she's cutting off Ted Bundy's penis in the grave, and
Ted Bundy.
Yeah, they dug up Ted Bundy and they're giving him a sex change, and it's like
conservatives really hate when you cut off Ted Bundy's penis.
So
what?
So there's the ads anywhere, right? The candidates are trying to get in front of you. The thing that Kamala's doing at the moment, I don't know if you've been included. I definitely have. Is
me and Kamala talk,
yeah, about every single day, maybe 30 times a day, I'll get a text message from Kamala Harris asking me for money.
Now that doesn't happen to me. So what list are
you?
I
don't know, but this happens constantly.
You've given your number to one too many wrong people, I suppose.
I guess, yeah.
But that sucks.
But I think anyone. Or I don't know, apparently not you. I thought this was going to be a more universal experience. I bet a lot of people out there do get these fundraising things. Just like text messages, emails. They put it in front of you on Instagram. They paid to sponsor it. And that's a really cool, strategy to try to get elected, because then you go to the polls and you're like, oh, that's the lady that asked me for money a bunch of times. I remember that.
Yeah, that's the person that's been making sure that I always have a little red bubble in my messages. I'll vote for them.
A woman that's been receiving fucking millions upon millions of hundreds of millions of dollars in corporate PAC money asking me for $15.
She needs $20 from you.
Yeah, she really needs my $20. You
just got that paycheck. Why not throw a little bit to Kamala? Come on, baby. Let's party.
Yeah, that's the impression I've gotten from Kamala as of late. But
and she promises she's going to just buy books for school with that. She's not going to buy drugs or anything. Just food, books for, everything.
Yeah.
No,
just she can be trusted with that. And it's like, she does prefer cash, though.
Yeah, if you could do cash.
But Trump has been a little bit more. He's a
bit of a stinker?
Yeah, he's been a little bit more out there. I'm sure you heard that he went on Joe Rogan.
I did. I haven't watched a full recap of the nonsense, but it's classic. What little I have seen.
When we get a soundboard, there is a clip of Trump. And the context wouldn't even save him much. Yeah. He goes like, these women, they're so stupid. He says, okay, that's going to be immortalized forever. I'm going to isolate that clip and play it until the civilization.
Well, that's such a coincidence, because my next ad for you is about these women. They're so stupid. That's awesome. I like that Trump just refuses to not drop shit like that. Like he has to drop killer sound bites.
I mean, that's him.
Every single interview. It rocks.
It wouldn't be him if he didn't do that. But I don't know. It was something that I was just annoyed when I saw that it happened. I could only watch like an hour of it, but I was just annoyed when I saw that it happened, because it was something that Trump said for a while. Like, I'll never interview Trump. He's been asking me to be interviewed since like 2016.
Joe Rogan said that Trump has been asking him to come on the show.
Yes, like since 2016 or 2020, he said he's turned him down several times because he didn't want to help him.
I guess Joe Rogan's last special didn't hit the way he wanted it to.
So you got to do something to to make headlines or whatever it is that interests Joe Rogan.
I'm not sure anymore.
Or just think it as close to something interesting as he can, maybe. I don't know what it is.
He just
for
likes
him,
to talk to boring guys about aliens now. Like, that's always been his thing, but, like, at least sometimes the guests were interesting.
I guarantee you he got to that with Trump.
He did. He absolutely did.
I'm
They
sure
were talking
did.
about Area 51. That's the only bit I've seen.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, it was funny. Joe was like, so, like, what'd they tell you, man? Like, did they tell you anything? And he was like, yeah, they told me a lot. Yeah, but, I can't say anything.
Oh, the aliens I could tell you of, Joe.
Oh, my God. They were beautiful.
Oh, my goodness, the aliens.
They had 4 tits. It was beautiful, Joe, and you could just grab them whenever you wanted to. It was perfect. But I can't tell you about that.
They didn't speak English, so
Listen,
they couldn't.
I can't confirm or deny any of that. The deep state. They've got me over a barrel.
They had these tits so long you could tie them in knots, Joe. You could tie them
Trump,
in knots.
Donald Trump said that Area 51 is the biggest tourist attraction in the United States, is a quote that he had. I don't even think I'm paraphrasing.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to go in.
No, but it's the biggest tourist.
That's so
all those like
stupid.
trailer parks in the desert that
he
people
just
stay at.
he just remembers that thing from 2019 where a bunch of like Redditors showed up in Naruto run at the gates,
and I was there with them. I was Naruto running at the front of the pack.
And then
I got shot in the face.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was annoying that fucking Joe Rogan has on Donald Trump 2 weeks before the election after years of saying that
when
he
did
would
the
never
Area
do
51 thing happen? Was that during Trump's presidency? Is that why that's
Yeah,
fresh in his head?
Yeah, I think so.
I have to imagine in some part that was incited by Trump being president. Just a bunch of weird fucking losers like showing up at Area 51 to be like, dude, fucking our guy's in office. We're not going to get in trouble.
Yeah, I forget what that was about, what spawned all that. But
it seems like it started out of memedom, but I don't know.
Anyway, and then so that was kind of one end of their media attack, and then one that you may not have seen is that J.D. Vance went on Tim Dillon. Did you see that? That made me kind of disappointed. Won't lie.
Listen, I've been I've been kind of out with Tim Dillon for a bit now, just because of the company he's been keeping for a while.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. He's been a big Rogan head forever.
With
and
him and
he's
Shane
always
Gillis,
ran in that crowd.
Him and Shane Gillis are tough because like you watch them and they're away from the crazy people, and you're like, they're fucking funny. Like they at least have like they've got enough wits about them to just be genuinely funny people when you give them a microphone. But oh my god, like they backpack off of the Joe Rogan popularity out of like practicality, and then the closer you are in with those people, the less you're allowed to make fun of them, and so you tend to water yourself down a bit. It looks
you tend to go way deeper in the hole. So
Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, fucking
Yeah, I was just, I don't know. There was something about that was so gross to me. It's like, dude, you're supposed to be a fucking comedian.
Yeah.
And here you are playing patty cake with a fucking abhorrent man.
Yeah.
That's trying to be the vice president.
Make this guy walk out on your show. Like, there's literally, how's it going to negatively affect you, Tim Dillon? No one likes J.D. Vance.
Yeah, not even the people that are voting for him like him. And it's truer to yourself as a comedian if you like fucking like, try to get one over on this guy comedically.
J.D. Vance is a fucking moron. There's a million things to make fun of him about. His entire persona is faker than fucking Drake, like his claim to like being from the hood. Like that's J.D. Vance with being a hillbilly. Yeah, it's awesome.
J.D. Vance wasn't even in office last time Trump was in office. He's this new to politics. He's a very fresh face, and he's made so many mistakes so early. And he is like the easiest guy in the world to poke fun at if you're looking at it. And no, Tim Dillon would rather just fucking sit there and try to make him as palatable as possible, even though he's like completely disgusting. It was just annoying to me.
What I've noticed with Trump VPs is Trump has to like he picks the ultimate yes man every time. Like, Mike Pence is an ultimate yes man. The only thing that bucked him off was January 6th just because of the optics.
This is the only time he ever disagreed.
Literally every other stupid thing that Trump's ever done and said, Pence was there to back him up on it. Vance has even less morals, like, or compunctions about any of that shit. It's obvious, and like there's an even bigger power disparity in terms of their political standing. So it's clear who's trying to piggyback into politics here.
Yeah.
It's such a very like blatant arrangement that they have going on. Trump's just like, say yes to me, kiss my ass every time we're in public, and you might be a mayor or a governor. Like, I don't know what the hell's next for JD.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be in right wing spheres for a while now, just because he's gonna have to be. He was the he's the VP candidate at the very least.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think you mean assuming he loses, like he'll still be like around,
right?
Like obviously he wins. He's the vice president.
I can't physically get my brain to imagine JD Vance in office of any kind.
It could happen, bro.
I know. It's definitely possible, but like no one likes him. There's even less than Mike Pence, which is saying something, and we're very familiar with Mikey.
Yeah.
Over here.
Anyway, and then to cap it off, to complete the kind of the Triforce of full heel turn right wing comedians,
human garbage.
Yes. Fucking Tony Hinchcliffe.
I'm not very familiar, but I know the name
of Kill Tony.
Okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah, Austin, Texas legend.
Yeah, I've never watched Kill Tony, but I know it. Like,
it's the worst podcast ever.
Oh, it's a podcast? It's technically a podcast?
Well, it's a live show, but they release it as a podcast.
Oh, yeah. There's been stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, but it's like the worst fucking show ever. It's so detestable.
Everyone who gets popular from it is terrible. Like, everyone who gets a comedy special out of it or a Joe Rogan appearance out of it is terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah, they never go on to have like dazzling careers. They usually just become Kill Tony regulars, and
they can make a very specific type of person laugh.
Yeah, and they just become one of the few people that like Tony doesn't like make fun of when they come on the show. But the show it mainly consists of, for you and those of you that don't know it very well, he and a panel of Austin comedians just sit around and they take on people that have literally never done stand-up before. They're doing it for the first time.
They have to?
Yeah, or essentially, mostly.
Because I have seen clips of people who clearly have a bit, like an act.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that's rare though. Usually it's to get first time or second time, like people that are brand spanking new to this, so that
and
he
then
can
make fun of them.
Yeah, so that he can call them slurs on stage, and then
Awesome.
and then people clap. And
isn't that cool?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, that's one of the only things where you watch it and you're like, man, this audience is like disgusting. Like the audience is like yelling at the guy. Like it's just, like his crowds are horrible.
These are people that would be
Tony
throwing.
Hinchcliffe.
These are people that would be throwing tomatoes at like a person in a freak show.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes to a Trump rally in Madison Square Garden. And he goes full heel turn. He's like, I'm not pretending anymore. I'm a full fucking MAGA guy. I don't give
Obviously.
Well, yeah, but before that, he was like, oh no, I'm just an edgelord.
Yeah.
I'm just an edgelord.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he goes full heel turn. It's like, I'm full Trump. He says like 5 or 6 things that people clip, and they're like, this is very racist, dude. where he's like talking about a black guy he came with, and he's like, me and him are gonna go eat watermelon after that, or something like that. Like, just not
that's funny.
Not funny at all. Just like, dude, what are you doing?
No, because that's a stereotype I know. So I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was just abhorrent, bro. And it came into picture this week. Like, wow, you like these guys like at a point, like Rogan, Dylan, Hinchcliffe, all these guys kind of publicly postured themselves as above politics. And then this week it's like, no, we like the guy that we're secretly rooting for is down in the polls, so we have to try to use our influence to get him fucking.
We're finally established enough that we're not going to lose a large majority of our audience if we stop pretending to be in any way apolitical.
Yeah.
Okay, so. The camera died again, and we're sorry. We're going to start this one off with a quick I'm sorry, but we're going to also start this one off by being like, hey, we're doing a new segment. I'm a really good host.
Hey, guys, we're doing a brand new segment. And what's it called, Jackson?
I don't know.
Okay.
No,
so
the segment.
You're a mess.
Fuck you. I'm done with this show. I can't work like this. Guys. Dwayne Wade did a statue. He did a statue, and no one liked it.
Dwayne Wade built a statue.
He built the statue with his 2 bare hands, and he showed it to his son, and his son said, Dad, who is that guy?
Who's that guy?
No. Well, okay, Dwayne Wade said, who's that guy? He looked at his own face in a statue and said, who is that guy? And so we're doing a new segment, and it's called Who is That Guy?
Yes.
So we are looking at the Dwayne Wade statue, and I don't know, we could do this for other bad statues in the future, but we'll kick this one off with just doing Dwayne Wade because that's the current event.
Yeah,
and it truly is a bad statue. I'm
it
sure
is.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, I'll put it up right here. For those of you who don't follow basketball, Dwayne Wade, Miami Heat legend, played for like 20 years, one of the all-time greats. He deserves a good statue.
He does. He's one of my favorite point guards ever. He's one of the most athletic people ever to play the sport. And his statue does not look like him at all.
It's just sad, man. Like it's like if you're fucking putting this much money into a thing, you would think that there would be some quality assurance. You know.
Well, it's crazy. I was looking at to see if there was any updates, and the sculptor of the statue came out and was like, okay, so a lot of people says that it looks bad, but when we finish the statue, like if we put like a coat on it, and sometimes it makes the light hit it weird, and so that's why it doesn't look quite right sometimes. But if you go see it in person, it looks really good.
Judge for yourself. Yeah.
Is that a lighting issue, or is that face not Dwayne Wade's face?
Yeah. I'll probably put Dwayne Wade next to it as well. Just
looking disappointed.
Back and forth. It's not good, people.
So folks,
it makes you think about like when you go to see like a statue in a museum or something. It's like, oh, this is Alexander the Great. It's like, did he look like that at all, or is this like 15 generations of telephone?
You'll never know. You'll never know. But with a guy that is born
alive
in the 2000s and has digital pictures of him all over the internet, and his face will never ever be forgotten. You really have to get the statue right because now it's just going to be remembered for not looking like Dwayne Wade at all. So we're going to play a little bit of a game. We're going to do a bit of a tournament, all right? And Brandon has brought 4 competitors to this tournament, and I have brought 4 competitors to this tournament. We're like 2 divisions, right?
Yeah.
Going head-to-head. And so we're going to name our competitors one by one. We're going to put them in a bracket, and we're going to debate who looks more like the statue out of all these competitors, and we'll whittle it down to the champion, and we'll I don't know, we'll say something nice about him. We didn't come up with a prize or an end goal for this, but it's really good.
Yeah, we'll blow
them a kiss.
Segment.
We'll blow them a kiss, and Tim Pool will be here.
So are we individual sides of our own bracket, or are each of our picks going up against?
I think
each
we'll
other?
have to do picks going up against each other just to make it fair.
In that case, let's oscillate. So
yeah.
My first pick, and this was kind of the obvious pick, and it is a little bit generous because the statue is ugly, and this is a very handsome man.
Yes.
But just in terms of the level of fear it can strike in you with the very angry face he's making, the kind of facial features, with my first guy, I'm taking Idris Elba.
Ooh, Idris Elba. Do you have a picture on your phone or that you used as reference, or no?
I don't. I just
we'll
picked names.
We'll put one up.
Yeah, I'll have pictures up, but
yeah, we can do a whole bracket on the thing. No, that might be too much work.
We'll see.
I won't make you do that. But
Idris Elba, my first pick.
Idris Elba is
like
in
I
the
said,
first bracket.
Yeah, he's very handsome. It's an ugly statue, so it might be a loser, but we'll see.
Okay. My first competitor, I think that this is probably this one might be my most obvious one, but I still don't think you would have picked it. I'm going Brock Lesnar.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, because he's making that screaming face. He does that a lot.
That's the thing. Is all of my pictures or all of my contestants, I tried to find a picture of them doing something similar to the face.
Very good. Yeah.
So yeah. But Brock Lesnar jawline is, I think that's huge. Is the jawline being big and fucked up?
Gotta be big. Gotta be square.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be wrong.
Gotta just kind of have a smooth face and a mostly bald head. I think. We'll get into the minutia of it as we debate, but I'm sure your next pick is very good as well.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing myself. Yes, my second pick will be Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yes, sir. because
because he's also hot.
He is hot, but I'm sure I can find a lot of those pictures of him in like an Old Spice commercial or flexing on a stage or something. It's like
definitely.
And I can find a picture where I can put it right next to each other, and you
can
be
probably
like,
find him
ringer.
doing that in a promotional image for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah,
like he does that every single time he's in front of a camera. It feels like.
Yes, sir.
But Terry Crews is an amazing pick.
Thank you. It was one of the ones I thought you were gonna go with.
I'm gonna hit one that nobody knows, but is a personal. He's just a guy that lives rent free in my head. Actor. I'll say accomplished actor.
Okay.
He's accomplished doing a lot of movies in the 80s and 90s, and his name is Robert Z'Dar.
Robert Z'Dar.
We're gonna have
to
watch.
What was he in?
Well. The classic Future Wars with David Carradine.
Okay, missed me.
3 Ninjas on Mega Mountain.
Also didn't see that.
Or no, it's called Pocket Ninjas. It's a ripoff of 3 Ninjas on Mega Mountain.
Okay.
He's
Pocket
in a lot
Ninjas.
of B to C level 80s VHS movies.
Okay.
And he is unfortunately deceased, but he's got a very iconic face that I'm sure you're seeing.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where it's like, this is a pick to insult the statue. This is a pick where you're picking
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
To be more accurate to the statue, you have
fair.
to kind of go with some guys that maybe aren't conventionally like, I don't know. Like, not a leading man.
Yeah, for sure. He's got a caveman head, that guy that I just saw. So yeah, it's not a dead ringer for sure, but it is an ugly one that does like invoke the kind of like ugliness of the statue.
I think I've got kind of a lot of offbeat ones that aren't
Fair.
necessarily dead ringers.
Fair. My next one is it's maybe not my best, but again, I think I can find a picture where it'll look good enough. I'm picking 50 Cent.
50. Okay.
50 Cent.
I can kind of see it. Maybe a more modern 50 Cent.
Definitely a less fat 50 Cent.
It's just because the statue itself, it's got a really interesting face. It's got a gigantic jaw that's like all bone, but no facial definition.
Yeah,
like
there's
no
not
wrinkles
a lot
on the face, nothing. Like a little bit of a goatee, which I'm not even sure D Wade did. Like I think it feels like every time I think about D Wade, he always kind of has a connecting mustache. But that statue only has a little bit of a scruffy goatee. It's strange. That could just be like from a very specific game or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the specific reference image that they use. It's a bad statue, folks.
It's a bad statue.
Okay,
but yeah, who's your next pick?
My next pick. Another very off the beaten path, and I wasn't planning on using him at all, but I stumbled across this picture of the Nostalgia Critic.
And him choking Robin for my later reference.
At a bit of a Comic-Con. I'll send you this picture. You won't have to go hunting for it. But what this picture has going for it is he's doing the expression to a T. He's got a bald head and he's got the goatee.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, that is a fairly good picture.
He has those characteristics. He doesn't look like the statue necessarily at all, but he's doing the statue.
He is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's doing a good statue impression.
Yes.
For my final pick, I'm going with kind of a deep pull. It's the version of Voldemort on the back of Professor Quirrell's head, where he's emerging from the back of his head. He's going, ah!
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
It's like a little, like a baby, like like that.
Yeah,
that's my pick. Voldemort.
I think you could
easily.
I think now what I want to see is someone photoshopping the statue into that scene, like doing the scene where he's undoing his turban, and then you see the D Wade statue. I think that'd be very funny. That's very good. Definitely. Not what I was expecting, because you kept saying that you went for people that you thought were obvious. And I'm going to give you the first one as being obvious.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think I would have guessed any of the rest of these.
Okay, fair.
And what I was expecting this one to be more of a head-to-head. I was expecting you to pick Thanos. I did not pick Thanos. I picked the California Raisins.
Right.
And we'll pick a specific one I'll find one of these fuckers that I think captures it most, but they all kind of look the same.
They do for sure.
And they definitely have that bronzy statue hue that you love so much.
That is true. They do have the color of the statue.
But I'm gonna be honest, these are the competitors that I'm least confident in.
I understand. Yeah, we have to pick a good one.
They don't have a body.
Yeah, it is just a big.
They're
face.
raisins. They're.
But now it's time to start kind of narrowing these down.
Yes.
So the first matchup is Idris Elba and Brock Lesnar.
I kind of just want to see them fight. For real.
I think Brock would win.
Personally, I don't think anyone's beaten Brock, but it would, like in a Fast and the Furious movie, like a choreographed fight.
Sure.
That'd be
like
sick.
A Mission Impossible.
That would be sick. Because I think Brock Lesnar would be really good at that. I'm surprised he hasn't done much.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's done shockingly few of those.
But he did
things.
WWE, so he did performance. Like,
he did.
So you'd think he'd make the switch.
Yeah.
Never did a Dave Bautista. You know his daughter's an Olympian.
Is that right?
Yes, she's like an Olympic level shot put thrower.
Oh, okay.
She's incredible.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like in terms of the face, this is probably your best pick. I think like
I was gonna say I think Brock has it over Idris. I think other picks might be more competitive.
Yeah, I think like Brock's face is like 1 for 1. If you're talking about just like how square they did Dwayne. How
true.
Yeah,
it does look like Brock Lesnar instead of Dwayne
Wade.
Yeah,
it does. So I think Brock Lesnar does edge out Idris Elba there.
Okay,
I think we can agree on that.
We got our first round winner. Moving on to the semifinals.
Well, and then we got Terry Crews and Robert Zadar.
Now Robert Zadar is not nearly as muscular as Dwayne Wade, and so when he shouts, it doesn't look or Brock Lesnar is what I meant to say, but both, right? It doesn't give you quite that look when they're doing a shouting face, and I feel like I could find a picture of Robert Zadar shouting, but it might take too long. I don't know. Yeah,
it's like I said, it's something that does a lot of good work to adequately make fun of the statue.
Yeah,
by
a man with a cartoonishly large jaw. Yeah.
But also, I think Terry Crews is just like, again, it doesn't quite fit with like how ugly the statue is, but in terms of facial shape, I think it's
someone that could do the statue.
Yeah, someone that could perfectly imitate it.
I absolutely
1 for 1.
agree.
I think I can find a really good picture of Terry Crews.
I think so too. I think especially like the both sets of teeth showing top and bottom while you're shouting big jaw, like that's Terry Crews.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Terry. That's scary Terry. Baby.
Yeah, Terry's got that round. Moving on to the semis, and he'll be facing Brock Lesnar in the next round. That'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
That side of the bracket's looking strong.
It is. It is looking really strong. So then we got 50 Cent and Nostalgia Critic. 50 Cent. Look.
50 Cent versus Nostalgia Critic.
50 Cent's not one of my stronger picks. I'll acknowledge it.
I was going to say, I think maybe at first glance you might think 50 is the stronger competitor, but if you see the image of Nostalgia Critic that we're using, I think it's Nostalgia Critic.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I felt okay about 50. I was like, he can make it past the first round. But then I saw that picture of Nostalgia Critic you showed me. I'm like,
it's tough.
That's good. That's a solid.
It's a picture you find at just the right time for just the right thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hey, it's Nostalgia Critic, man.
It's that picture of the Nostalgia Critic.
It is that specific picture.
It's not the Nostalgia Critic. Let's be clear. It's that picture of the Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, shit.
Moving on to the semis is Nostalgia Critic. And next round, who do we got?
And for the final matchup around one, we got Voldemort on Quarrel's head, and we got the California Raisin.
These are two that I think are the most offbeat, and so they're going to be very good competing against each other, and I think they're getting bounced pretty quick next round.
Probably. They both fit in their they both fit in their own ways, right? I think California Raisin does well to mock it and does well to like capture the color of it, because it does look like a raisin. It looks like something that's shriveled up in the sun. The statue is. It looks bad. So likening it to a raisin does work.
But oddly, the raisins are too wrinkly. The statue is quite smooth, oddly enough. It looks like if you let it sit there for 1,000 years, it might get wrinkles. but it's very smooth, this D Wade.
It is.
In a way that is not what D Wade looks like. They just added 5 pounds to his jaw. It's incredible. But the California Raisins, I agree with everything you say there. Professor Quirrell, I think in terms of mocking it and the image of seeing the face on the back of Quirrell's head is very good. It pushes you a long way in terms of me just wanting to vote for it out of contrarianism. But the Voldemort face doesn't necessarily carry that jawline.
It
or
doesn't.
That, and I don't.
It's
I
on the
don't
back
know
of
if
the
I've
head.
seen it
There's no
scream.
jaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think he does weakly open his mouth or something. Where he's like, bah. Or something. Yeah. But yeah. No,
You could have done Robert Pattinson from those movies. He's got
think?
a jawline a bit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe
It does
he
not look
yells
like
at
that
one
statue.
point.
That statue's ugly, and Robert is beautiful.
He is.
And Robert is beautiful. But I can make more arguments for the California raisin. I can make like one good argument for Voldemort, and I can make maybe two or three. For
I wanted to give Quirrell a fair shot.
Yeah,
but I think it's
fair.
raisins.
It is raisin. All right.
Okay.
On to the semis. We've got maybe the hardest choice we have to make in this whole thing is Brock Lesnar and Terry Crews. This is tough. This is really tough.
Listen, Brock's my pick, so I'm obviously on Team Brock. But Terry has a strong case, and I can imagine it in my head so clearly that if you if you replaced the head of the D Wade statue with Terry Crews, it might look more like D Wade.
that is true. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't know. I think Terry Crews was definitely my best pick. I think there's some in terms of the facial structure, all of the kind of major features are accounted for.
The fact that he does the expression.
Yeah, he does the expression all the time. He doesn't look super aged. He's got very good skin. He's got that kind of smooth quality.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar is white. That's what I'd say gives Terry Crews an edge. But Brock Lesnar does have the facial structure, and he's probably made the face about equally well.
I knew we were going to have to get into the fact that Brock Lesnar is white. But I don't think it hurts this case, because this is ultimately a competition about who looks less like D Wade.
I understand.
And more like the statue. And that statue doesn't look like any race. That statue looks like it was a monster that is scary, and it's going to come into your house at night.
Yeah. Okay. Facial shape, the face. We got to find a good picture. You got to send me a good picture of Brock doing it,
absolutely.
but we can give it to Brock.
Absolutely. I'll send you as good a picture as I can find of all of these, and I'm sure you can find good pictures of all of you guys too.
And then we got Nostalgia Critic and California Raisin.
I'm ready to give this to Nostalgia
Yeah,
Critic.
I am too. Me too. Because just the picture you showed me, it's a dead ringer. It's fucking spot on.
I want Nostalgia Critic to go all the way.
I wouldn't even dare bring up the fact that Nostalgia Critic is white. I'm just going to give it to Nostalgia Critic.
Well, okay, and what race are the raisins?
No comment.
And I'm sure the company that made them has no comment either. Guys, what were we doing?
And then the final matchup here to decide it all, we got Brock Lesnar and Nostalgia Critic.
An unlikely set of rivals.
It is a very two white guys.
Now, okay,
so,
if this was a fight, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, it's Brock. But you know what, man? And this is me feeling it out.
Say it.
I thought 20 seconds ago I was going to say it's Brock Lesnar.
It's hard.
That's what I thought. And now I'm leaning Nostalgia Critic just in terms of
I think he's got a case.
I've seen it. I've literally the picture you showed me, I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I can put that next to the statue and everyone at home is going to be like, that's it. I've not yet seen it perfectly with Brock Lesnar. So it's easier for me personally to picture Nostalgia Critic winning.
And here's another thing. I know this is supposed to be a debate or whatever, but I don't care anymore. We're just trying to find this out logically.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Right?
I'm just trying to suss it out.
Yes. We're working together here. And also, these are both my competitors. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, my guys didn't make it far.
It's not a competition. The Brock Lesnar has a lot going for him in terms of looking like the statue. He's got the jawline that I don't think anyone but Brock Lesnar or Andre the Giant could replicate, right?
Yes.
What Brock doesn't have are the other details on the face of the statue, which
energy.
is bald head and goatee. Brock Lesnar has gone bald before, but he grows out a big beard. Mm-hmm. Brock Lesnar doesn't have a goatee ever. When he was wrestling, he had shaved face and like tennis ball fuzz on his head. That was constantly the look, like spiky blonde tennis ball fuzz on the head. That's not something that the statue has. Now, if you turned Brock Lesnar's face upside down, you'd have something. No, but Nostalgia Critic, as we've said before, has the goatee, has the bald head, has the expression, has the energy.
It's all there. It's all there, Jackson. When I looked at this list of 8 contenders, I did not think it was going to be Nostalgia Critic walking away with it, but I think we've talked ourselves into it.
Folks, the winner of Who's That Guy
is the Nostalgia Critic. He remembers it, so you don't have to. Thank you, Nostalgia Critic, for participating, and we will be sending you a kiss in 3, 2, 1. Mwah.
And I hope he receives that in 2 to 4 business days.
Yeah.
Shipping's tough.
Enjoy that,
Shipping's
Doug.
tough.
Enjoy that, Doug.
He's sneezing right now. Someone mentioned him. I'm really happy with how that went. I did not think Doug was going to.
Not how I thought it was going to go, but
I thought you were going to bring Thanos, and I thought he was going to steamroll through one of these sides of the bracket.
No, that's fair, man. But yeah, I think you're. It's just nostalgic. I just did not think it was going to turn out that way. But
we didn't think he was coming.
Look, we talked our way through it, and it's Nostalgia Critic.
I wasn't planning on putting Nostalgia Critic in when I came up with the segment. It's just fate gave me that picture, and fate decided that Nostalgia Critic looks like that guy.
All right, people, we are moving on to our next segment, and it's something I like to call Dump Street Fixes Your Business.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna fix your business,
guys. If there's anyone who knows anything about business and making money, you know it's Brandon and Jackson of the Dump Street Gang.
Yeah, and that's something we're known for.
We're here. We're not queer, as we've established with our ads, and we're here to make money.
That is true. So the premise of this is that there's a lot of very fucked up, stupid businesses out there that are hemorrhaging money, that need visionaries.
Yeah.
They need entrepreneurs. They need idea guys.
What small business owners need right now is for us.
Yes.
Us specifically, guys like us, to complain at them about how they're running their business bad and how we could do it better.
Yeah.
And we just don't have the energy, okay? We could. We just don't want to.
And look, and I've dealt with these small businesses a little while, and I don't like them. I don't like them because they don't have very
problems.
much. I don't have very much money. They don't have all the money I want.
It's tough.
There are some bigger corporations that are hemorrhaging lots of money that would love to know how to keep it, and that's where I come in. Okay?
Have they tried talking to Tim Pool? Because I know that he knows how to do it.
He knows a roundabout way to make about $100,000
he knows
a
some
week
people,
if you're interested.
He knows some people who maybe live in Russia.
Okay.
So stupid.
So, welcome to Dump Street Fixes Your Business. I am going to take you through a few failing businesses and some ideas that I have to fix them, and you can tell me if I'm on a good track here, if I'm totally off base, if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea. Just let me know, man, because this is... I'm taking these to pitch soon, and I can't look like a fucking moron.
I'm really liking that image of Bob the Builder, by the
Thanks.
way. Because I'm just imagining Bob talking to this bulldozer and being like, well, what if instead of building the house, we started a media campaign and started building hype?
What if we build traction on TikTok?
The steamroller's just like, okay, I don't know anything.
Oh, shit. Okay. Welcome. So, first business...
Stretched out Hooters girls.
First business on the docket that we need to fix.
I'm in here every week.
It's Hooters, man. There's a lot of problems, okay? It only appeals to straight males. The environment that it all takes place in is way too sexy, way too easy to pop a boner in a Hooters, okay? Yeah. And there's no theme to the menu at all.
Well, and I really appreciate that you pointing out that it only appeals to straight men because lesbians don't exist. And we're definitely not trying to appeal to them.
It's not that
because they don't exist.
No, Jackson, I considered lesbians. Lesbians don't like Hooters, okay? And if you've ever been inside of a Hooters, you've never seen a lesbian.
Yeah, never working there or anything like that.
That's a bad place to work if you're a lesbian.
It sucks,
just saying. Anyway, so, and I need to preface. I may have used AI images to generate things to illustrate my points on my solutions.
Well, guys.
Okay, I had to do it. I didn't want to draw.
Guys, how are you supposed to fix businesses if you're paying all the money to like talk to people who know how to fix businesses? Just type it into an AI. They know all this stuff. They got the whole internet in there.
I didn't ask the AI for the ideas. I asked the AI.
You put the start of an idea into an AI and just let it extrapolate from there. That's not doing work. That's you basically doing all the work.
Yes, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Presenting the solution. Balls.
I like this.
It's a brand new restaurant. It's a sister restaurant in companion to Hooters.
I like how big the sign is. Good work, AI.
I
like how it has a drive-through that's also on the highway. You have to get into the wrong lane on the highway.
Oh, sure.
Drive through the drive-through.
Okay.
Good work, AI. It has 2 open signs. Just got to point out.
There will be a lot of that kind of thing.
But this is maybe the first time I've seen an AI spell anything correctly. So
yeah,
I'm not
it's
even
rare.
Gonna hassle
It's rare. I was like, I'll take it.
Balls Restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's not possessive. It's not a guy named Balls.
No, it's Balls.
Balls Restaurant.
Yes.
Welcome
it is
to
about
Balls Restaurant.
And the great thing about Balls is it appeals to gay men and straight women.
Straight women love balls.
Because straight women love balls.
Yeah.
And it's always built directly next to an AutoZone. So it's not too sexy. You're always going to be able to look out the window and see an AutoZone.
Yeah.
Even if you're getting distracted by all the balls, you can always go next
Well,
door.
they've got classic balls-related menu items. They've got donut holes.
Yes. They've got
what else?
everything that you can imagine. It's a ball. They've got cheesecake balls. They've got meatballs.
Cake pops. They've got takoyaki. They get Japan in there.
Everything is a ball. They got rice balls. Everything is a ball. If it's not a ball,
onigiri.
If it's not a ball, you're not finding it at balls.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're welcome, Hooters, and I'll take $25,000 for that idea. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Thank you. Next. The Cincinnati Zoo. There's a lot of problems with the Cincinnati Zoo. One, you aren't allowed to hunt nor directly befriend the animals.
Okay, I'm going to push back on that because you're allowed to hunt them if a child falls into their enclosure.
Yeah. Yeah. So, look.
Because that guy who shot Harambe, he got to take him home.
That guy had dinner for 3 weeks. I'm just sitting here like an asshole.
Yeah, and now he's got these really cool gorilla arms on his front door. And I can't have that? Fucking bullshit.
So, yeah, stupid. You're not allowed to hunt the animals. You're not allowed to bring your own gun. And you're not allowed to directly befriend them, okay?
It sucks.
It's exactly the same as every other zoo. There's just animals at every other fucking zoo. Plus, National Geographic exists. You can just turn on the TV, see animals anytime you want to.
You know what's fucked up? Cincinnati Zoo. They used to have this cool thing going. Like, I used to be on board. They were like, we got a baby hippo. And then, like, I come back in 2 years and the hippo's not a baby anymore.
Sucks.
It's
stupid. It's like I leave this live stream for 3 years and all of a sudden
you need to feed that baby hormones to stunt its growth.
Introducing the solution to your Cincinnati Zoo. Gorilla arm wrestling. It's a fun, interactive experience with Susie, the trained gorilla who understands the concept of mercy.
Okay, and we've got a Hitler Youth over here arm wrestling the gorilla.
Who else would you expect to come up to test their strength against the gorilla?
I've never seen. Is this the Elon AI? Because I know that one actually does faces.
This is the Bing AI, so it's powered by Microsoft or something. Yeah.
Okay, I got to check that one out because this one's
It was free. All these were free.
It's good that these ones are getting free.
Yeah.
I loved when AI cost money because these people who are really into like AI being the next way for art to be made really spent a lot of money on AI to convince people of that. And so now that it's all free, I'm more into that. And what I'm all that's whatever. Fun interactive experience with Susie, the trained gorilla who understands mercy.
Yeah, so she's not going to hurt anyone usually if they're not, being threatening.
And they taught this gorilla mercy. I found it was interesting by kind of a Pavlov thing. They would throw squirrels into her enclosure, and every time she didn't immediately rip the head off, they gave her a treat. And every time that she did rip the head off, they shocked her.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
And look, what's kind of like a carnival game about it, the thing where it's always like rigged in the favor of the house is She knows how to make it seem really close. Like, oh no, I got you though.
Yeah, she's an entertainer.
They're gonna keep coming back
Yeah.
because they're gonna think, oh no, I've got the gorilla this time.
Anyway, I'm super pro AI. I think they should take my job. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jackson. Did you want me to pay $150 to commission 15 different artists?
Yeah, because you should be paying for a service where you steal people's art from online net scrolling.
Also, the participants must sign lengthy liability agreement ahead of time, so no sweat off your back if things go awry. Cincinnati.
When I see a waiver, I sign it, and I'm comfortable. Like, every time I go to a place where I need to sign a waiver, I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm going to do that, because why would I want to sue you?
Next up, we've got the NHL. There's a lot of problems with it. First of all, it's only for white people.
Yeah, okay.
Only for white people. And it's only for rich white people to play. You have to be very rich and very white to get started on your hockey journey.
I know so little about hockey that I can't disprove that.
Yeah, I mean, where are you going to get access to an ice rink? You got to pay for that. You can't just show up to an ice rink. And also, nobody in the audience is able to see the fucking puck, okay? I'm sorry if you're a hockey fan. I've never been to a hockey game in person, but I'm telling you, absolutely 100% for certain, as someone that's watched less than 10 games of hockey in their life, you can't see that shit on the TV. Have you ever tried? You can't see the fucking puck, Jackson.
Here's the thing, and I'll say this in the defense of hockey watchers out there, you kind of have to drink beer, and your enjoyment of hockey is going to kind of be on a bell curve. It's going to be at its lowest point at the beginning when you've got no beer in your system and you can't see the puck at all. And then as you keep drinking, your ability to see the puck doesn't go up, but your enjoyment's going to go up, right? And then you hit the top of that bell curve, and then your wife tells you have to stop drinking
and then you
because
really
you have work
can't see
tomorrow.
the puck. Yeah.
Right. And then you're just like, fuck. I'm angry because I can't drink anymore. I'm not drunk enough.
Now my wife is the problem.
And now you're just mad watching hockey, but you're like, I got to see how the game ends so I can talk about it. But it's a really good sport.
There's a lot of problems with it, and that's why I've been brought in to help.
It looks fun to play.
We got glow-in-the-dark hockey.
I'm too scared of cutting my fingers off with a hockey blade to ever touch a hockey court. Or
Me too,
hockey
dude.
Rink.
Only time I ever went ice skating, I fell the fuck over, and I was so scared that I was gonna get my fingers chopped. Anyway, glow-in-the-dark hockey people. It's not even funny. It's just obvious.
That's actually just a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it's just a good idea. Okay, like nobody will be able to tell that all the players and the audience members are white. First of all, so you can appeal to a wider demographic because nobody understands that everybody's white.
Yeah, it's like a rave where you can pretend that everyone in there's not white.
Yeah. Also, you can actually see the puck, the thing the entire game revolves around. Actually,
that's interesting.
That's
an interesting new idea.
Wouldn't that be a cool thing if you could see it?
Well, I like what they were trying before. They said ice is white, so what if the puck was small and black, right? Because then you can definitely see it.
Yeah.
And also, what if every hockey player's shoes and their sticks and their helmets were all black?
Yeah. So when they're maneuvering, you literally can't see.
Yeah.
And there's so many angles on the TV where you can't see because there's like 5 players in between.
I think I think this is something that we implement now as a Band-Aid solution, and I think the next level is, remember at the All-Star game of the NBA, they had that light-up court? I think that we can turn ice hockey into like full contact air hockey, where everyone's shoes.
Maybe there's a trail around the puck. You can see
the
where
whole
it's going.
floor is perforated and it's a video screen. There's a trail behind the puck, and everyone's shoes have like little weird vacuum air things on them so that you can hover above the shit. Yeah. So everyone's slipping and sliding around, but there's no blades anymore to cut your fingers off on, and you can probably get even more leverage when you're punching a guy. So every single aspect of hockey would be elevated without ice.
Yes, agreed.
A
lot of things to change with hockey.
Fuck hockey.
Next, Chuck E. Cheese. Okay, there's a lot of problems
What
here.
could possibly be a problem with Chuck E. Cheese?
Look, parents instantly become stressed and bored upon taking their children to Chuck E. Cheese.
Just because you can never see your kid and there's nothing for you to do?
A little bit. It's both of those things a little bit.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Also, the parents actually have to interact with their children.
Bullshit.
If you just buy them tokens and let them turn loose, that's not enough for them. They want you to stand by while they fucking play Simpsons pinball.
Yeah, okay, sometimes they say, hey, Dad, I did really good at this game. Come see how many tickets I did. Come count with me. And then you say, fuck.
Yeah.
I can't. I was eating this bad cheese pizza that tastes like pepperoni pizza. Yeah. What the fuck am I? And I'm not even allowed to drink beer here?
Stupid.
Chuck E. Cheese sucks for dads,
yeah.
and that's the biggest problem with it.
So everyone leaves pissed off, ultimately. There's a lot of problems here. Introducing my solution. The beer pit. Okay? It allows parents to have some fun at the same time as their children. Okay? While it's not directly interacting with each other, this is kind of the point.
Yeah.
This is definitely the point. They can have mutual play, parallel play. Daddy plays, kid plays. Only costs $25 for 20 minutes. You get to sit in the kiddie pool full of beer. You can get to drink as much beer as you can in 20 minutes for $25. Is that not a good deal?
That's an amazing deal. I'm, again, just very taken aback by how well this AI managed to capture this prompt in an arcade, in a kiddie pool, full of beers instead of balls. Like, that's just great.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's pretty good, right?
And he's drinking what appears to be a Guinness, so bad choice.
Yeah, he's pouring one, yeah.
Yeah.
Very patiently.
I
he's
drink
having
all
a
these
great
beers,
time.
and I'm about to have a really dark beer.
Yeah, he looks about 18 minutes into his 20 minutes in the beer pit.
And about 2 minutes away from throwing up for the fourth time. Yeah, no, but I'm super into this idea. Chuck E. Cheese is way too much geared towards kids, as you got at before. Like, why is, and what it really is, it's not geared toward kids. It's not trying to make kids happier while they're there. It's making it worse for adults intentionally. Yeah. That's what it is. It's exclusionary. It's actually offensive.
It is true.
That adults don't have a beer pit at the Chuck E. Cheese and that there's not a lot of beers around these kids.
All right, so the next business, and there's several of these businesses, but these are skydiving businesses, okay? And this is, any one of these skydiving businesses, you can take this idea and run with it. There's not like a big name in skydiving, so I'll just give this one out for free. Okay.
Splat.
So skydiving has a lot of problems, a lot of optical problems. Okay, things may go wrong. People look at it, thinks it's extremely dangerous, and people.
And why would you think that?
Because you're dropping 40,000 feet out of the air or whatever.
That's so
it is.
weird.
So people, generally speaking, want to avoid dying, and these are a lot of problems that people have with skydiving.
Not me, I'm brave, but how would you fix this for not brave people?
So it may not be for you, actually.
Oh, interesting.
But Velcro parachutes for undecided suicidal people.
Okay.
So,
okay. I thought you were going to broaden out the audience here, but you've narrowed it to the size of a pin.
No, I'm trying to take one of these many skydiving businesses and transform it into a niche that can collect a lot of money. Okay. So you take people that are suicidal but haven't pulled the trigger yet, right? People that are considering suicide, and you take them up.
Ask your doctor if suicide is right for you.
And you take them up in the plane, and you let it hover, and then you let them fall, and then they get to confront their death and decide whether or not they want to do it.
And what if they're just like, after experiencing the joy and the wonder of skydiving, they're like, if I can do this, imagine what else fun stuff is out there. I don't want to kill myself.
Right, then that's an option, right? So you can decide whether or not. If you want to kill yourself, you get to take one last look at the world from a new perspective, and then you rip off the Velcro and you let it go out behind you, right?
I actually support this more than physician-assisted euthanasia.
Yes, because it's beautiful, and that's not.
You don't have to die in a smelly doctor's office. At the doctor's office is where they would do that for sure. Definitely not somewhere with a morgue. No, but... And there can be a doctor on the plane.
So many good ideas.
So many good ideas.
And your customers are ready to die, and they won't even sue you.
And what's fun is in this picture, you can see another figure up with the parachute. So that kind of makes it seem like you still jump with the skydiving instructor.
Yeah.
And then they unclip it. They're like, are you ready? Are you going to... Are we doing this thing? Give me a thumbs up if we're doing that. Give me 2 thumbs up. I want to be really sure.
And also,
I'm seeing I'm seeing 1.5. I'm gonna call that 1.5. We're still gonna go.
And I'm letting you go. Goodbye. And also, Velcro is sponsoring this for $400,000.
Velcro has been a great sponsor.
And so, if you're one of these skydiving instructor places that are out there, you will receive a $400,000 grant to start this.
Velcro seems really invested in lobbying for people being able to kill themselves.
They are.
Just in general.
It's part of their business.
They're one of the leading parties behind like the political movement to get physician-assisted suicide legal in all 50 states. It's Velcro. They're backing a lot of that.
And God bless them, because people deserve the right to choose.
Doing the Lord's work.
Yep.
Or the Grim Reapers.
Now, Buffalo Wild Wings is a place with a lot of problems. It's a place almost exclusively with problems.
Could you list some?
So there's not enough chicken wings, there's not enough sports, and there's not enough gambling.
That's 3 big ones.
So when I show up to a place that advertises...
I mean, there's some of all of those things.
Yeah, but there's not enough, not nearly enough. When you say chicken wings, sports, gambling, and I show up and I see a mere 60 TVs, I show up and you can only order chicken wings by the 10. Mm-hmm. It's like, what am I doing
Sometimes you have
here?
to crane your neck or like turn it slightly to see the sport you want to watch.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. There's male impulses that are not enabled enough.
Yeah.
Right? This kind of feeds into that.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, you're leaving a fuck ton of money on the table. There's a lot of potential here, right?
It's weird. They go around to every table, and instead of napkins, they just sort of put dollar bills there, and then they just leave it. It's very literal.
So my solution to this problem, very simple, and frankly, I'm shocked they haven't done this yet. Bet your chicken wings.
Wow, this is a good idea.
Bet your fucking chicken wings.
Wow, this is a good idea.
You get all these fucking guys that show up to Buffalo Wild Wings ready to buy 10 wings and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
What if you could get 50 wings out of that guy?
Oh, and listen, every time you order 10 wings, if you're a red-blooded American who likes clogging your arteries with food, you're going to finish those 10 wings and you're going to say, I wish I got 20 wings so that I could take some home.
Yes.
Right? This allows every customer the option to either eat no wings or leave with double your wings. You could potentially double your wings.
You could double your wings. So this is kind of the marriage of all things beautiful about being a human man, right? Is like if you can show up to the place and you're like, give me 10 wings. I'm gonna try to turn it to 25, but I mean, if you see me with no chicken wings on my plate in 10 minutes from now, come back. I might order some.
It
more
feels
chicken
like you're
wings.
hitting about every deadly sin with this one.
It's
perfect.
It's perfect. It is a money making machine, and they owe me so much money for this idea. They owe me so much money for this idea. So much money. So it's
and we're not going to elaborate on that. They just owe us a lot of money.
Also, it lays the groundwork for a future where currency is chicken wings. Which is kind of a long-term play within this. Like, if you're a Buffalo Wild Wings investor, the more, the ratio disparity, the higher the ratio disparity gets between chicken wing to the U.S. dollar, the better off you're doing.
Well, and all the chicken wings are stored on the cock chain. That's all I had. I just wanted to
we need
there.
A full drum set in here, so you
I wheel over slowly and do my own rin shot. That'd be awesome.
Oh shit. All right, and then I think the last one here is Rhonda's Strip Club in St. Louis, Missouri.
I'm one of their biggest regulars.
Look, I've got a lot of fucking problems with Rhonda's in St. Louis. Okay, I've got a lot of fucking problems.
People with a lot of problems go to Rhonda's.
Rhonda's a home for troubled men. Look, all the strippers make fun of you if you wear a Skylanders shirt. If you show up wearing a Swap Force t-shirt, it's like you've got a fucking target on your back. It's fucking crazy how much these bitches make fun of you. And I'm sorry to call them bitches, but they hurt my feelings.
Yeah, they're women that you don't like and have wronged you in a way that you've perceived. And so it's okay to call them bitches.
Frankly, they're bitches to me because they hurt my feelings and they made me cry. And to me, that makes them bitches.
I'm not going to push back on that at all. And I'm going to agree with you even more. Because I'm going to say, I went into Rhonda's strip club. I drove in my car that I've gotten a bunch of Genshin Impact girls on the car doors.
Yeah, on the dashboard.
yeah. Well, on the inside of the windshield, just everywhere. On the bumper. And so that's like a total pussy magnet. That's really been working for me. But for whatever reason, I crashed through Rhonda's front window in my car, and all these strippers were mad at me, and they were saying, "Why do you have a bunch of little girls on your car?" And I was like, "This is a fun mobile game. I just like it. I like it for the story, actually." And they said, "You're weird, and you just killed our doorman, so you have to leave for life." And I said, "That's not fair."
It's not fair.
So I've been filing a lot of complaints with the city to get them just fully banned. I'm working to get prostitution made illegal in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I've been making a lot of progress. The city hall has fully banned me because of how much progress I'm making.
That's cool. And me personally, I've gone to therapy a lot, and I'm doing some work to not care so much when people make fun of my Skylanders shirt. That's on me.
I'm learning to ignore criticism.
Yeah.
That's what my therapist has been telling me. She's been saying, you are hearing these criticisms of how you're living your life, and you're doing too much to change.
I'm like telling my therapist all my problems, and she's like, "Dude, you're perfect.
You're chill.
Dude, you're perfect.
Chill out. Like smoke some weed. Like don't talk to people. Don't."
Also, sorry, back to Rhonda's, by the way.
Yeah, always. I'm always back to Rhonda's.
Some of the strippers try to pickpocket my food stamps during the lap dances.
That's a huge problem.
Which is rude. I know they need them as much as I need them, but you already had your food stamps for the month. I need my food
a stripper
stamps.
at Rhonda's you will find that has ribs that aren't showing because of how hungry they are.
And that's why you go to Rhonda's.
Rhonda's, their speakers broke and they don't have any bass in them, but the floor still shakes because of how much everyone's stomach is rumbling from not being able to have any food stamps.
Also, most of the women smell like fresh placenta. That's
kind of like on a low tier of my problems like that. I'm totally fine.
Some
with
guys
that.
come for that, and I understand that.
I come for that.
Yes, a lot of guys show up to Rhonda's for the placenta smell. But me personally, it does
they
not
have a sign out front that says all live nudes, fresh placenta smell,
recently unpregnant.
Oh my god! It's one of those signs where like they'll do the live nude sign, and there'll be a neon sign where like. One frame is this leg down, one's the leg up. It's the stomach up and the stomach down.
It's two legs going up, going into birth.
Oh.
It's on the stirrups.
That's the worst thing we've
horrible.
ever done.
It's horrible. Anyway,
shout out to Rhonda's.
Anyway, a lot of problems with Rhonda's. I've got one very simple solution that, frankly, no one in management has offered me, and honestly, I think we could settle this whole thing right here. Let me touch Eric. Eric's the bouncer. I like Eric. Just let me touch him instead. A lot of girls here, I'm not even all that interested. I mean, I show up for the girls, but let me touch Eric. So Eric uses Versace Eros cologne, and he always dresses really nicely.
He smells nice.
Like, I like Eric. I mean, everyone, like, when people come into the club, they're like, what's that smell? It's like, oh, that's me. You'll get to the placenta in a second. Like just walk past me, you'll smell the placenta, but right now that's my Versace Eros.
Yeah, it's really weird.
And I respect that about Eric.
It's really weird. I don't talk to Eric much outside of when he throws me out of Rhonda's, but he reminds me slightly of a coach that I used to have in middle school, and every time I think about what it means to be a man, I think of my coach, and so Eric reminds me of that.
Yeah, and it's good to have a male figure like that in your life, and the bouncer at Rhonda's
I just sort of like to hold his hand sometimes.
He knows a lot of stuff about MMA, and he's really funny, as I note here. And also, this isn't even his main gig. He's a landscaper by day, so he makes, like, really good money. So it's, like, perfect, like, great guy. Mm-hmm. Just got him fucking wasting away as a bouncer at the strip club. Let me touch him. He could make a lot of money here. One
time I walked into Rhonda's. This time I didn't crash through the front door. And Eric noticed... Hey, bud, you've got like a lot of cuts and scrapes on your faces. Did you like cut yourself shaving? And I said, my dad never taught me how. And he said, let's go to the bathroom. Let me show you real quick.
God, I love Eric.
Yeah, he was so chill about the whole thing, and he smells so good.
God, he smells so good. So just let me touch Eric.
Let me touch him.
Anyway, Dumpster fixes your business.
We did it.
We did it. You're welcome to all those businesses that we just fixed eternally.
I'm imagining in front of the screen, like, in the iPhone when you text someone happy birthday, like the balloons. That's what we did.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, look, we've had fun, but now it's time to get serious. I'm actually done laughing.
No more fun.
Yeah, it's no more fun. It's time for the Playhouse.
If you came here for fun... Cut it out.
Yeah, it's
time to learn.
Fun time is over and Playhouse time is here. Welcome to
Fun time is over and playtime has begun.
Welcome to the Playhouse, motherfucker.
A lot of people think fun and play are synonymous.
They're not.
They're
wrong.
Not.
Rookie mistake.
Guys.
All right, up here for our first bit of play in the house. This is a short one, short and sweet. She's just got a quick point to fire off. We're going to take a listen.
I was walking by Dave & Buster's and I thought, oh, it sure would be nice if I got picked up by the claw machine and then had like 10 guys come and fill my holes up with their meat.
So...
Yeah,
it's just a fun line of logic. It's like when you bring up something It's like if you just bring up like, oh, you see the game yesterday, and they were like, oh no, actually, I was on TV because I was actually watching on TV this really fucked up documentary about how penguins are dying, and there's only like 12 penguins left, and it's actually really sad. So
I was at Dave and Buster's, and I was wondering.
It's like, wait, how did you connect those two things? Like, how did you get here? Where it's like you were clearly just thinking about that. You were trying to force a way to bring it up, and that's what I love about this. Is like, oh, Dave and Buster's, that'd be a good place to get fucked.
It's a poorly thought out fantasy, but it's also kind of thought out. Like it's something so ridiculous that you could see it on Brazzers. Like
I can't picture it. I don't know what that would look like.
I can picture a bad looking porn set
just
where
a
they build
woman
a fake
like
claw
suspended
machine.
from a crane.
Well, and it's not a real claw, and so she's like pretending to be held by it.
Oh my god. That's so yeah. Apparently, look, she thought of this. Okay, like this.
She's been thinking about it.
She's been the. She was the
I
author
was at
of
Dave
this
and
fetish.
Buster's like I am every Tuesday, playing the claw machine like I am every time.
Trying to get that shadow plushie, not quite getting there. Putting down $50, trying to get that shadow plushie.
I keep winning big bouncy balls because those are the ones that the claw can actually grab.
Yeah, and then I just realized like I'm a 50-year-old woman and I've never had sex and I'm unbelievably horny.
Well, no. I'm a 50-year-old woman and I've never had sex in a claw machine. I also like that it's not, the fantasy isn't necessarily. It doesn't even end with her being in the claw machine. It's about 10 guys fucking her.
Well, she wanted all her holes filled. Isn't that what she said?
She said, did she not say 10 guys? I might just have inserted that. Maybe that's my...
Yeah, some of you are going to have to share because she's only got so many. But
You can take turns. She's down.
She's a cool lady.
Yeah, no, the first thing I saw when you brought up that video was the D&B logo in the background. I was like, this is going to be good.
So this is a guy I found today. I just had to throw in this a lot because...
Why does he look like somebody? I can't name who he looks like, but he looks like someone on TV. I don't know.
Chris Cuomo?
Maybe.
Anyway, so this is something that I think he does every day. And this is what he calls glitter affirmations, okay?
Ooh, okay.
I'm really into this.
You are my glitter dream lover. You are the princess of the stars. Every night, we celebrate our love. Every night is like a night at Studio 54. Every night is like a night in heaven.
He's so cute. He does this all the time. For every day, he makes a video like this.
Can you send me that?
Yeah, it's so good.
Because I think that might actually help my mood.
You are my glitter dream lover. You're the princess of the star. There's something so fucking good about that. I don't know why, but it hits me to my core, man. Like,
it reminds me of like a princess in a Disney movie waking up, and here's your royal attendant. This is Zazu.
You're the princess of the
Well, of course, princess. Of course you're the princess of Glittertown. No one's more fantastic than you. It's awesome.
You're the fairest of them all, my queen. Oh shit! Yeah,
Fucking
I love
rocks.
him so much.
Fucking
yeah,
rocks.
I think I would feature him more, but I think it is just a lot of this. But that is so worth seeing.
Why change it up when you got the perfect formula?
Yeah, when you've got the glitter affirmations. All right, so the next two are checking back in with old friends. Okay, this is our friend who we first I introduced you all to his "Don't Boost My Bike" video, Mr. Illusions of Grandeur.
Of course.
And I think I showed another one of him where
Yeah,
he was
with the chariot.
with him with the
We've
chariot.
seen his chariot.
And then we saw one where he was threatening to sue the cops.
Yes.
Because they
Didn't
told him
he wanted to start a business that was better than Amazon and Walmart? Or
Yes,
whatever?
that was also
because
him.
he was selling junk out of his house.
Correct. So
We've seen him a lot.
I've featured this guy a lot, and
and
this
he
is
keeps delivering apparently.
yeah, this is a good one here.
Part 4.
Yeah, you don't really need the context. He's gonna explain it, but it's just something interesting that's happening with him, and I need to share it because, look, everyone else now knows him. We got to keep up to date. So here we go.
Hello, TikTok followers. These are all a number of some of the jerks who decided to tell me that apparently I had to vacate the premises because apparently my bike is a problem. But here's the thing. Renting a building does not equate to owning or controlling the entire rest of the park. They can't really do that. To my knowledge, they cannot tell me to leave the park simply for riding my bike on the path. So I will not be leaving.
Are you videotaping, bro?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you one chance to get the fuck out of here now. You got one fucking chance to get the fuck out of here now. You got me? You're not gonna videotape my fucking grandkids or my niece and nephews over here. Bye.
Yes, dude, that's a good
Bye.
I want to be yelled at
No,
by
you're not.
like
You fucking
that.
videotaping kids. Get the fuck out of here now. I'm not playing. I'm gonna
happy
fucking
someone's confronting
fuck out of here.
him.
I'm telling you right now. Go.
No.
Go.
No.
Private fucking party. There's kids here to fucking videotape. Get the fuck out of here now. Go. I'm not playing. Go. Get the fuck out.
Please punch him. Please hit this man.
Go. Go.
Please hit him.
He's fucking videotaping. Yes, it is serious. Yes, he's fucking videotaping. I'm looking at it right here.
I'm making it.
No, you're not. Get the fuck lost now, dude. Go.
I'm
Go!
recording that you guys tried to tell me.
You were
that
talking to
it's
kids
okay.
out back. I fucking heard first off, and I wasn't even here.
I wasn't talking
Bullshit.
to them.
Get the
but
fuck
okay.
out of here, perv. Go now. Bye. Bye. You're videotaping. Bye. Bye.
Want me to show you what's on the
Yeah,
video?
I walked up on you. It's
Yeah, that's it. So, but like, yeah, that's obviously like there was a 5-part series of videos, and that's the most interesting one.
Mr. Granger, why did you post that?
Yeah, well, because he's public. Like, dude, he has posted no fewer than 30 videos following up this series of videos, just talking to the phone about how he's going to sue these people.
Yeah.
Like he's like, this is like he's trying. He's one of those people. He thinks like, oh, getting this out in the public will do me good.
Yeah. No,
Right,
it's
like-
it's like not like a real this is like if somebody filmed a person like scratching their car all up in the middle of the night and being like, dude, this person's scratching up my car. But before they showed that part, they showed the person filming like beating up that guy that went and scratched the car. Like it just this is like proof of me doing something wrong and then a comeuppance. It's not proof of some guy being unrealistically upset with you. This person like just sitting out front of your house filming. Like I'm not.
Well, it's not a house. It's a cabin or a house that is.
He's not supposed to be in there, is he?
It's a public park. So it's
Okay.
So yeah, the context is that is what he was saying in the beginning of the video is these people have rented out the park house.
Yeah.
Right. He is doing laps on a trail outside of it in his pedal bike. Okay.
That is why.
So
he's that mad.
Yeah, you ask me, I'm like, I don't quite like I understand the guy that comes up and yells at him. He's upset because he thinks he's filming his kids. The reason why Illusions of Grandeur doesn't get in trouble, and I know this because I've watched a bunch of his videos, is the police went through his videos. He was never filming a child. He only had adults.
It got to that point.
It did.
Wow.
So he was never had a child on video. He was only filming adults. He was filming this guy. And he was trying to mind his own business, get his laps in the park. But they saw this guy who's very autistic and very like, he's wearing this very shitty clothing that has a kind of regal aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
His bike he's got a fucking trident on it. It's got a horn. Like it looks fucking like a mess, dude.
We
So
can
they see this
probably
guy-
put a good picture of it up on the screen.
So they see this guy who looks like just a fucking mess. Like he probably looks a little like a little out of it.
There's no way he
And-
showers, bro.
Yeah. So obviously they come up. They're like, this guy means harm, but he doesn't. We know Illusions of Grandeur.
He wouldn't do anything. I mean, we have no idea.
We
but-
know Illusions of Grandeur. We know the guy. So anyway, yeah, I just thought this is a good update. If you're wondering what's going on with Illusions of Grandeur right now, he's on a tirade against this man who berated him.
To me, because the guy never gets physical with him, he's only just shouting at him and whatever. He's like, I think he is reasonably upset if like this guy is circling your cabin that you rented or whatever, and he's filming you and you don't know why, and he looks like that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can be mad, especially like if if they've
If your
noticed,
kids are around, I get it. Yeah, I
this
get it.
clearly isn't like the first time they've seen him make a lap.
Yeah.
This has been after some time, and now that he's, I think what happened before this video was probably off camera. They yelled at him to get out of there, and he was like, and I looked it up, and they're not actually allowed to tell me to leave the park, so I'm gonna.
Well, no, yeah, he definitely was like, no, I know my rights. I'm allowed to pedal in the park.
I really liked. It was really tough when Illusions of Grandeur tried to retort.
Yeah.
Because he didn't.
Yeah, where he was just like, get the fuck out of here. She's like, no. No.
No, I'm not gonna. Go. And, like, clearly he's scared. It's like, no, I don't wanna. That is like toddler behavior of like, I know I'm doing something wrong, but like you haven't hit me before. So I'm not I don't care.
And then
oh no, him again.
Yes, this next one is a check-in with this guy. This guy makes
it's the same post.
so much fucking
same
content
socks and bathtub.
from this exact spot. He does so many videos from this spot. It's unbelievable.
And if we don't remember, this is the guy that's like, if you date me, know that I'm a psychopath.
Yeah, and your family might have to deal with a psychopath. Yeah, so that's that guy. And he makes so many videos like this that are just gold. I don't know why he keeps making them. Everyone makes fun of him. Here we go.
I'm so arousing. And, like, if I'm talking to a woman and she's arousing, and, like, say she's not gaining any ground with me, or I'm not gaining any ground with her toward, you know, seeing each other and having a date or doing something together, or, you know, getting together, then one or the other ends up blocking the other. Because you'd rather not be aroused if you're not with the person. It just makes it so difficult for me to even have a conversation with a woman, though. Because they immediately get aroused. And I feel like they immediately get annoyed because they're aroused. And they just go crazy. Like, they literally go crazy.
What is he cutting out?
And I've been fixated on that subject lately because I know why I block people and I know why people block me.
Okay,
that's awesome.
So his claim is that he talks to women and they become so aroused that they can't fuck him that exact moment that they block him.
They gotta block him.
And that's why all the women block him.
And of course he does this to other women.
And that tracks with it. He really thinks that. Isn't that fucking insane?
First of all, there's no way he's ever broken off contact first.
No, when he's like, someone blocks the other, it's like, no, it's you getting blocked.
And of course, like, it's normally me, but sometimes it's these girls. And, you know, that happens from time to time. And it's normal. It's tough.
I'm so arousing. Women can't even go 20 minutes without fucking me. It's really hard for them. And that's why I have so much problem with women.
They're so arousing, and we don't like each other, but we just don't want to be aroused by the other. Like, that's how I piece it together. It's really hard to find if there's anything coherent there. But what he's saying is very funny because you can see the root ideas and what he's lying about.
Yeah, I really like this guy. He calls
Socks and Tub is awesome.
Yeah, he calls himself Love, which is very funny because I
still can't get over the all black painted bedroom, like what a 14-year-old does.
Oh my
God. Who just started listening to Slipknot.
Such a big fucking bathtub too. I wonder what he does for work.
Dissolve bodies. I don't know. You should have ended that with the glitter princess one. That would have put me off in a way better mood.
We can watch it again.
Yeah, no, can we? Can
we just watch it again.
Yeah, let's play that one more time.
All right, coming back at you with your glitter affirmations. We can send you off.
I'm just gonna close my eyes.
You are my glitter dream lover. You are the princess of the stars.
I know.
Every night we celebrate our love. Every night is like a night at Studio 54. Every night is like a night in heaven.
I love him so much.
Yeah, can we just end the podcast with that every time, like a new
yeah, every day we do our glitter affirmation.
Honestly, I just want to incorporate that into my routine.
It's really good, man.
Anyway,
a very sparkly day to all of my glitter queens out there.
To all of the Jackson heads out there, you are the queens of the cosmos, and every day with you is like a new Big Bang, a sparkle and explosion of creation and ingenuity.
Oh.